schedule preview for the Kentucky Wildcats for season 23. Be the start of SEC play here. This will definitely be by far the toughest stretch of the season. You can see there are 2 byes in the middle. But at Florida, at home against LSU, at home against South Carolina, and on the road against Mississippi State. Definitely a tough stretch. So start with the first, going to the Swamp to play the Florida Gators. And Coach Dog, who has soundly handled me in my existence in the NDL. The last game was closer only because of a few crazy things that happened against USC with Michigan in the Rose Bowl. But other than that, our first couple of times out on the field, it was me trying to keep from getting 35'd in the game. And it will be much of the same here. Florida's got a really fast team, speed everywhere, both sides of the ball. We are not fast enough to keep up. It'll be tough. So looking at coach success, you can see that our coach here has a lot of wins everywhere. And Florida's had a very successful run in the NDL. Big Mike, as all know, has had a lot of success, but Cup championships, conference, NDL, they've done it all. And the big weapon here on offense, you can see Jeff Demps, ton of speed, the fastest player on the game. He is a monster. He will be a monster when we play, and really all you can do is just try to get guys to rally to the ball. But they've got speed everywhere, and Brantley will find the receivers, the tight ends, everyone. So all we can do really is try to contain, do our best to keep from getting burned on big plays and make them have to work. Defensively, that'll be what we're looking at. On offense, really just kind of try to get people wide open, accurate throws, and hope for the best. And then up next will be a member of NDL Florida and Coach AJ. This one will be at home against LSU. Not that it matters, but it's going to be a tough one. Again, LSU is another one of those teams. They have a lot of speed. I'm not listening or buying AJ saying that this won't be a tough one. It's a tough team to match up against regardless of who the coach is, but AJ has had success against me in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised for this one to get out of hand early. Really, all we can do is try to keep it close and hope for the best. You see AJ, our fearless leader, not too long ago, has put a good career together. Has had some breakout seasons here and there. And LSU, surprisingly looking at that, you can see really 3 coaches kind of tell the story. Shell, who will eventually get them back, and Duty and WJ, and really just they've got speed in the running back, or in the backfield I should say, speed at receiver. So it's going to be kind of the same motto playing Florida, just try to keep things as close as you can. But they do a lot. They're capable of doing a lot. So what we can do is really try to get some lucky plays. Red zone defense will be a big thing with these faster teams. Make them have to settle for 3 or attempt to make them settle for 3 to keep us in the game instead of giving up the touchdowns. That's big when you're trying to spring upsets. And special teams will be something we kind of need to be a factor because we're going to have to turnovers, of course, but special teams is going to need to be a factor in the plus side. We need big plays from the return game to help shorten the field, and we need our coverage units to play well. And then another home game against South Carolina and Coach Champ Dizzle, who, as most know, had a very successful run last season with the Gamecocks. SEC champ, I believe, and really just kind of enforces well on a lot of the SEC with Lattimore, which I will get to later. But you can see the quarterback there, Mr. Garcia. He is going to be a key factor for them this season and also in this game. We hope we can make it for the better. You can see Champ has had a good run the last couple of seasons and will continue to with South Carolina. They're a talented team, and they match his play style well. Oh, getting back to Garcia, he's kind of a hit or miss guy, but I'm sure he'll be on in this game. But all we can really do is try to take Lattimore out the game, which is easier said than done. Just rally to the ball and make tackles, make the open field tackles when they're there. But for Garcia, we've got to we got to get pressure on him. We got to force him to throw the ball, and then all you can really do is hope for the best after that. But really, the focal point of their offense is going to be Lattimore. And dynamic it's not even a strong enough word. There's really nothing I could say to describe him. He's fast, he's powerful, perfect back. So we're going to have our hands full. Offensively, we just got to protect the ball. We're going to have to find some way to make plays against this defense, and we'll see where that gets us. And then the last game in this block will be on the road against Mississippi State and Coach Outlaw. I'd speak for everyone when I say we're glad to have Outlaw back and hope that his health will remain good, positive, and that he'll be a member of the NDL long to come. Getting back to the game, this is a kind of a swing game. We've played in the past, believe Missouri, and then also a cup game against Cal. He knows what makes his team work, I should say, and he will do it, and he will do it well. He did have one very successful season. He had a good run with Missouri, but he also had a championship game against, I want to say it was against Mike with Cal, but Best got injured. Who knows how that game would have turned out. But Mississippi State has a very tough team to match up against. They've got good defensive tackles, good linebackers, and they are led by their captain at strong safety, they just got a good defense all around. Speed everywhere, and they're strong. Offensively, they got a good running back, but they have a dual threat quarterback, and it's going to be on us to find ways to help try to contain him in the pocket best we can and help limit the pass plays that he can make. At the same time, turnovers are going to be something we're going to need to get from him in order to help keep this game close early on. We'll see how that goes. And you can see there's Vic, I believe, their running back. This is games 5 through 8. Later on today, hopefully, I will have 9 through 12. That's the plan. And tomorrow, I like to have a very nice surprise video up in NDL ESPN, but we'll see. But for now, it's Coach Sammy signing out.